Hello.
Hi there.
Hello. Yeah. Good to have you. So really quick, what's your game again?
So we made Slick Shine.
Shine. Okay, let me go
A
hunt that down. I gotta really set it up really fast.
yeah, it's in browser, so
Okay. In browser, very good. Games, new folder, Slick Shine. How should we call, or what should we call you?
I'm Mark. You can call me Klynicol. It's fine.
Okay. Klynicol or Mark.
Yep. I'm the other car wash game. So
Nice. Slick Shine. Looks like I'm getting another DM. Hold on a second. Now playing. Play Slick Shine. Okay, here's the link. Pin to the top. Manually unpin end of stream. Do you mind if I tag you in the BIGMODE server and Boneyard?
yeah, totally.
Okay. Now enter viewing Klynicol with his game Slick Shine.
Yeah, I got another one that actually replied back.
Yippee.
So 1 second, let me get him in.
Awesome. Okay, there that is. Okay, thumbnail, gotta get the thumbnail. Did I get the thumbnail? I'm pretty sure I got the thumbnail. Yes. Very good. So pin to the top, now playing, thumbnail, tagging both servers, have the game. Title of my stream. There it is. That one is something that falls through sometimes. Okay. There it is. Okay, so is your jam partner coming in soon?
Yeah, he'll be here in a second.
Nice.
There he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bonejack. I'm a Datham, developer of Moonlight Fire, here at the 2026 BIGMODE Jam. So we're going to talk about your game Slick Shine. We've got Klynicol here, and what should we call you?
Eclipse, that's fine.
Eclipse. Very nice. Okay. Alright, so yeah. I've heard that you don't have much time, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. So, yeah, what brought you both to the BIGMODE Jam this year?
For me, I guess, I mean, I dabbled with games like 10 years ago, and since then I got into web development, so I've been doing that professionally for like 10 years. And just kind of like on a whim was like, oh, I should probably start making games again. That was fun. So I just kind of searched up what was out there, and I didn't even know BIGMODE was like a big game jam. I just went to the list and I was like, BIGMODE, sure, let's try it out. And I messaged the channel, and that was that.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead.
For me, I've been a fan of Donkey for a while, and I am a freelance artist who wants to try to get into the video game space, and eventually I also need to learn programming to make my own game. But yeah, I joined the Game Jam last year, and I joined it this year again for basically a portfolio and getting to network and getting to know people.
That's awesome. Okay, so how did you and your team explore the theme of Slick? Oh, is that another death?
We got Cobot in here. Um,
What should we call
so
you?
Yeah, you can you can just call me whatever. Cobalt's fine. My real name is Logan, if you want to call me that.
Okay.
Okay.
I usually defer to the screen names because it's easier to find you on pages and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
So,
so Cobalt can speak to the theme and coming up with the idea because he had the original draft.
He was the original drafter.
mhm.
Yeah, I think in terms of the actual legwork, I probably did the least. But in terms of getting the team together, getting the idea, and you know, picking up slack wherever I could, that was my job. So in the beginning, you know, the prompt was slick, and we just thought of a lot of slick things, and I tried to put it all in a design document. Something involving, you know, soap, greasers, water. Kind of came up with a car wash idea.
Okay. Yeah, you're one of 2 car wash games that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised to see the second one, but I was just like, oh, interesting.
Yeah. So how much time were you able to dedicate between you for this jam?
Well, for me, I kind of ignored my day job, unfortunately for them.
That's fine.
So I was able to do probably 10-hour days most of the time.
Very nice.
I was able to pretty much do 10-hour days. I would say that's roughly a little less on days where I was working though, but on days I wasn't working, definitely 10 hours. Days I was working, probably closer to 6. Or 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I might have been working a little bit less, but I've got I'm currently a stay-at-home caretaker for some elderly relatives. So I've got time. I just you know, I deal with emergencies and dealing with all that stuff. So I had a time to work on it. But I think definitely Klynicol here was MVP in my opinion. I was early in the morning and late at night. I kept on getting all these pings that we were getting additions on GitHub, and I'm like, wow, you're still working.
Hell yeah.
No, I clocked that as well.
I was hauling, man. I don't know where the dedication came from, but
It's from a deadline.
I mean, better than my dedication last year because I was the only artist last year, and oh my gosh, oh boy.
Oh, were you at the BIGMODE Jam last year?
Yes, I was at the Big Win Game Jam last year. I worked on a game called Electromancer where I did 95% of the art assets.
Oh. Very nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess for the returning members, how does this stack up for compared to last time?
I definitely feel like I've gotten better at animation and sprite work. Definitely. I do think it was unfortunate that I just wasn't able to put nearly as much time this year as I was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also returned from last year. I did. Honestly, I can't remember. We made a lot of mistakes last year. One of our biggest was we waited till last minute to come up with a name, and so the name is kind of terrible. But it has to do with teddy bears. I think Teddy was part of the description. I can't remember the full name, but I did all the art assets for that as well. So I was very glad to have someone else be the primary artist with this.
No, I like being the primary artist. It's fun and is most of my skill set.
Yeah, what were your actual responsibilities like specifically between you?
I did pretty much all of the character designs, and then animations, and the cars, basically. He did the tiling and the backdrops.
Okay.
And then
I did.
did you do anything else?
Yeah, so I did a little bit of the smoker guy, but you did most of it.
Yeah, you did the base design of like the smoker guy, and then I did everything else.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then I did the very small amount of voice acting, and the grades and some GUI elements.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but my laptop broke. So.
Yeah.
And then I did primarily the Godot work, scripting with help from a secondary who's not on right now, but.
And then our fifth member did the music, and that was good. That really sold the feeling, I think.
Yeah, the music is quite slick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. I worked with the music guy last year, and like this year, it was unfortunate because he really is great, but he wasn't able to do as much time on it this year as he was last year.
Yeah, he scared me a little bit. We waited a little bit longer than I had hoped, but
yeah,
he pulled through.
Yeah, he just had a bunch of personal stuff happen because, of course, life gets in the way.
It's always the worst timing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've had a lot of stuff like randomly break or stuff that randomly comes up, and it's just like I went so long without anything happening. Why now?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's horrible.
Yeah. That's what happened with me in the game jam this year. It's just like, oh, I have time this month for game jam. Oh, I got an extra 20 hours this week.
Oh.
Okay.
Rough.
Lovely.
Horrible. So yeah, on that topic, were there any technical hurdles, like life getting in the way, or things that you had to learn, like systems that like you really had to rack your brains for, things like that?
Oh man. Well, for me, I had never used Godot really. I mean, aside from like, I probably maybe had 4 hours in Godot. I never used GDScript. So basically, you just kind of YouTubing stuff and learning as I go. The only other game engine I had used was Game Maker back in the day. So there's a lot of learning, a lot of trial and error. Yeah, so.
We spent a lot of time on that water, but we got a lot of confidence on that.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that water was great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to initially maybe like have puddles where like characters speed up or slow down, but that was just like, oh, way too much development time. Nope, not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how?
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
I spent entirely too much time like polishing up different things rather than like moving on to additional features or like. Yeah, so that's a lesson learned there, but I think it did create a decent product in the end, and we got a lot of compliments on things that, like the water spray. It was like, I did shader work for literally a day. The first day was just me doing shaders to figure out the spray on this water hose.
Well, I was like meaning to tell you at some point, I could have just done a water animation or a spray animation, but
Yeah, oh man, probably halfway through the first day, I might have taken you up on that, but
yeah,
I was pretty determined.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I can do a water animation, and then but again, like the first couple days I was super busy, so I didn't have time, and then by the time I was like ready to do a water animation, you were done, and I'm like, well, guess not gonna ask now.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
But no, I think it really did turn out well. It was one of the better features of the game.
Yeah. No, I definitely wish we could have put more time into it, but I am really proud of what we got.
Yeah, same.
Awesome. Yeah, so how did the last few days of the jam go for you?
Yeah, big crunch, big crunch.
Mm.
You know, there was a lot of things that were just, I wanted to get things polished up, and there was a lot of other features that we were trying to squeeze in, and I was just kind of wanting to get things polished before we did the additional features, just to make sure, like, I could just export this, have it available, and I could publish this, and then work on a feature, and if that feature didn't work out, then I'd at least have a published version that I could fall back to.
Right.
But that polish just took so long, and there was
It-
features that we didn't quite get in there. So
Yep.
Yeah, I think in the end we did decide that, you know, while we had a whole lot of ideas on how to, you know, slightly improve things like maybe like upgrades or like maybe changing like the waves a little bit, like I think we all realized like near the last few days that it was better to just get what we have feeling good and looking good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and you know, the kind of like the last day, the last, I'd say like 4 hours was just trying to get the end screen and like you know, what happens at the end, and what are people gonna see? Are they gonna be replaying this game or go back to the next level, or just like working that whole thing out? It was all just like you know, the last 4 hours of hack and slash. So
Gotcha. So, looks like you finished with time to spare. Didn't go all the way down to the wire, it seems.
yeah, we probably could have extended. Like I said, I wanted a polished version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minimum viable is better than
Yeah.
a bunch of broken features that don't work properly.
Yeah, I think if we suddenly had to release it a day earlier, then most of the core features would still be there. It would just be much uglier.
Ah,
You're right. Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
that's a pretty good approach, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what would you do if you had an extra day?
I think that's another reason why we kind of held off, because I think we all have our own ideas on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have either wanted to implement like the puddle thing or another boss or something.
I think
Yeah.
I was always interested in maybe like an alternate weapon or power-ups you could pick up. So like you could pick up like, I don't know, a bath bomb or something that you could utilize as a alternate limited use thing.
The thing is, the game is right now in a state eventually where like it's a very good baseline and a very good like solid format, but that also means we could have gone in like any other direction to spice it up.
Okay. Very good. All right. So let me think here. I guess I'll get started. So let's hit the how. WSD or up, down, left, right, or left stick to move. Mouse or right stick to aim. Click or right trigger to shoot. Space or left trigger to dash. Predict the ride, send the grease balls packing. There's options. Oh, I have to set them. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let me think here. If you're short on time for your daily grind with the grease up ride, you should get in line at Slickshine. Greasers don't like the competition, so you may need to show them the door. Defend the cards going through the wash. Can you get the perfect grade? Klynicol lead programmer, flavor savior programmer, the EclipsedEntity art director, Logicalyarn. Logicalyarn. Yeah. Right. Art SFX, SavestateCorrupted, lead sound design, music SFX. Okay. Play a game. Oh yeah.
You might have to crank it up because the music and sound effects, we ended up cranking everything down for some reason. it just seemed like everything was loud. But
Pause. Did we ever implement a pause button?
yeah, you could hit escape pauses.
Oh,
Was it?
well, except it's on BigMode or. Oh, I did pause it. I
The
did pause
browser.
it.
It does pause. It's just there's no menu or anything. That's just fine. Actually,
Yeah.
I usually turn the volume down to negative 35 decibels, and that's exactly where it's sitting.
Yeah, so I think we're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
To give us room to talk and everything. Where is the unpause? There we go. Okay, get the hell out of here. What are you doing? Get away from the rides. Getting all this grease everywhere. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to have the enemies like leave trails of grease that slow you down that you could also like clean up with the spray, but the spray is also just so wild. A, it didn't matter, and B, didn't have time to implement those.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
The commenters-
this is a very
the
like.
commenters-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Did we ever implement the dash knocking back enemies or no?
No, I was trying so hard to get to that because I thought it was gonna be a really cool feature and not too hard to do. But what happened was actually the map ended up skewing itself by like 700 pixels to one side.
Okay.
And because there's 3 different tile map layers, I couldn't figure out why they were being skewed,
That was
and so I
slick.
kind of
That
like
was slick.
redrew them. And then after that, they were still skewed. And I had to offset one by like negative 192 pixels for some reason. That's just the way it ended up being, and I still don't know why that is. So but it was frustrating. It took a couple hours to do all that.
Yay, programming where you have no idea what's happening sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go away. Stop smoking at my car. Bastards. So, how much playtesting did you do for this?
I did a lot the last day, but a lot of the stuff, some of it was implemented. Like we had a lot of balance fixes, and like HP versus like how many in a wave. I don't think we implemented all of it, but I think we did a decent amount of playtesting the last several days, I think. But at that time we were still working on general polish as well. So not all the playtesting data could be implemented, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I did a whole bunch throughout the dev just to like I would actually like publish scenarios for myself to like test out different mechanics. Like I'd drop one of the enemies
That was perfect.
Yippee.
An empty room and just kind of let him go at a car and see how he behaves, that kind of thing.
Gotcha. And was there anything that was like particularly challenging, like a bug that just it should work but it just isn't? Things like that. Just anything that just was like super frustrating.
I can't speak to that because I'm not a programmer.
Well, no, it's fine.
Or I wasn't a programmer on this.
Gotcha. For the art direction, did you have to explore much for that, or did it come together pretty quick?
It came together pretty quick, especially involving the enemies.
Yeah, we had an idea early on that there'd be greasers, and that I think someone had the idea that reptiles and amphibians were kind of slippery. And so that was just combined pretty early in the process, I think.
Bastards, get away.
And then when we did greasers, I think that's when we started getting that kind of 50s through 70s aesthetic with the funk and the rockabilly stuff.
Yeah.
Looks like you're a C student, Slick.
Oh no. Game over. All day and Scuba. Nice. Hell yeah. Do you intend to work any more on this game than where it is right now?
Probably not for me.
Yeah, it feels like I'm glad we got it done, but I feel like it's I don't personally feel like it's
Yeah, it's not like
it's not a magnum opus, but it was a really great project to learn a lot of stuff with, I think.
Yeah, it's a jam game.
I mean, I love the character. I want to do more things with the main character, and like I love the. I want to do more things in this style, but maybe not necessarily like this game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure. Who do you mean in Smash?
Typically either Foreign, Byleth, or Cloud.
Okay, I was fishing for a Greninja
Oh, okay.
because of the frog character. But yeah, things can remain jam games. It's totally fine. I was just wondering if not like a more filled out release than something like a plus jam patch or something for anything that was annoying you. But it's totally fine to leave things where they are, honestly.
Yeah, any post-jam patches would probably be bug fixes or something.
Right. Yeah, I personally have a bug in my game that prevents you from seeing the ending, which is like one of the last things that I did. Very annoying.
That's very funny.
Alas. So what was
That was perfect.
what was some of the last things that you were working on for this?
For me, it was the boss. I wanted to do. Yeah, it was just the boss when we decided to have the final boss just be like the greasers in the car. If we could, I would have also had another enemy type with the guy with the Kamina glasses being on a motorcycle. That would have been like a mini boss type enemy, but we didn't have time for that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I was last when we were down to the wire. I think I was working on the voice acting and the playtesting mostly. Because I there were a lot of things that we wanted to add, but I was like, if we add any more like visual assets, like more scrubbers or something, then that's just another thing we got to implement.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think another one of the comments had the idea that you could like, since you got a pressure washer, you could maybe like clean or heal the cars, which I thought was
Yeah,
pretty fun.
I felt at the time I thought about the mechanic like while I was like doing like the damage things, which was like, well, since it's the car wash, they could start out a level of dirty and then it's a tug of war health bar type thing. But that we were way too late in development to do that.
Right.
As cool as that would have been.
I was sort of expecting it, honestly, because I was finding the washer of the car.
Honestly, I kind of feel like that's the main like gameplay failure on our part.
Yeah, that's one. When you started releasing the sprites for the damaged cars, I immediately thought of that. I was like, the cars just get goop on them, which just make it so that you can clean them up. But I didn't say anything. I don't know. I was just kind of overwhelmed.
Well, at the time it was like the second to last day, so it was like I should have probably brought it up, like just for the idea. But yeah, it probably would have been. It was probably way too late in development.
Yeah, and I'm like thinking right now, like, you know, if we could have implemented that, which feature that we did implement, like which of those would I trade for it? Because again, like, it's not like you were, you know, sitting around when you could have been working on a feature. You were always working on something. So what was going to be the weakest link? And I'm like, probably not adding a new gameplay element, so you have to rebalance everything.
It looks like the boss got stuck on the car up front and then just wrecked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Annoying.
stays pretty close. He'll skirt like, you know, a meter or like a foot away from the other cars.
You know, if there was one thing I could fix, actually, it would be to have this end screen not be completely silent, and to have like the main thing play here. Because it's just got an odd, like, ending.
Yeah, that was the composer's little end screen vibe, and I was like, it's kind of not the game, but I added it in there anyway.
I think he meant that for like a you lose vibe, but
Oh, okay. Yeah,
or at least that makes
that would make more sense. Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense though.
Yeah, did you send this game to anybody to know, like your friends or family?
I was gonna send it to my friends, and then life stuff kept happening.
Not much playtesting then?
Unfortunately, no.
Gotcha. At least not outside of you guys.
Not on my end, unfortunately. Like I was gonna like send it to my friends, but they had a lot of life stuff, and then I had a lot of life stuff happening.
Fair enough.
I sent it to some friends, but they really didn't get to it until after it was already submitted.
Yeah. Okay.
I did send the art to some friends for some feedback.
Nice. What would you say that all of your favorite things are about the game?
I'm not that I'm biased as the art director. I just really like the designs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can be feeling yourself. It's fine.
Yeah, one of the flaws I think of our design is to really play well. You're really like zoomed all the way out. You can zoom in. That was perfect. That was perfect. But you'll play the game probably worse because you can't see things as well. But
Yeah.
But like you can't really appreciate, you know, the detail of the animations at this scale. Like it just kind of looks like, oh, they turn. I think it kind of looks like they turn into a puddle, but like we got a lot of frames in there having them turn into puddles when you zoom in. And
I totally agree. The animations are definitely the highlight, and they get lost in the spray and the zoom and the crazy floor and all the chaos going on.
Yeah, bit noisy.
Yeah, but I mean they were really fantastic.
Okay, very cool. So, yeah, have you and your team been participating much in the community aspect? Have you been commenting and rating? Have you been chatting up developers and everything?
I wanted to. I like right at the last day of the jam, I had a bunch of life stuff happen, which meant I was not able to interact with anything on the jam, unfortunately. But
Happens.
Yeah, I did a good amount. I went out and did as much as I probably could have, honestly.
I'm still doing my part every few days, or every day or so I go on and I'll play like 2 or 3 other games. That was perfect. That was perfect. How much time I've got and how much time the games take. Like you know, one of them I might play for like 5 minutes, but another one I might play for like an hour or so, depending on what the game is. So, like there was a what's it called, horse constructor. I spent at least an hour on that making horses.
I think the last other game I played was the dating sim platformer where you're a psychic fish.
I haven't played that one.
Dating sim platformer, that sounds familiar.
I forget which one that was.
Probably Queerfish, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's Queerfish. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Queerfish. Yeah, Pigeon Guy here also made a dating sim platformer for the 25 BIGMODE Jam. And that was Power of Love Ball.
Oh, I played that one last year, yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go away. Go away. Have any of you managed to get S rank on this last level?
So I I'm not sure if it's possible.
I'm not sure if it's possible. Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, the others, yeah, you can get S rank, but this one, I'll just go ahead and say it used to be worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of the play, like so much of the playtesting was just like you need to tone down the enemies. You need to tone down the enemies. Oh my god.
Looks like you're a C student.
I will say there were some pretty high scores. Gardenia, SSSBB, which I thought was pretty crazy.
Oh, so getting a BB on the last one, I'm like, I didn't know that was possible.
I got BC, my previous run.
I mean, that's about the best that you could hope for, I think.
Yeah.
I usually average Fs on the last level.
Alas. Yeah.
So,
I was going to say another thing I'm kind of proud of that we got it done pretty early is I really do like the movement, because I think, you know, you can have you're having a conversation right now just going around spraying things, and it's I do think we got that kind of, I wouldn't really call it addicting, but it's smooth. It does give you that feeling that you just...
We do have very slick sliding movement. I do really like the movement.
Yeah, it feels slick without feeling uncontrolled.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So, let's see. Yeah, do you see yourself coming back to the BIGMODE Jam for the ones that are just starting now?
Yeah, I'd come back. You know, I really do want to make a big boy game. Well, that's kind of what I'm aspiring to. I think.
I also want to make a big boy game at some point.
So I think, you know, a little bit of prototyping, maybe another game jam. We'll see what we can work out here. So.
Yeah.
Some point this year, I need to start learning GScript and just learning how to do basic stuff in Godot.
Yeah. Get to aspire to make big games.
There's probably plenty of basic RPG tutorials in Godot.
RPGs, those are big games. Those are a bit difficult to.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna start with like a demo / first dungeon and then see where it goes from there.
Right.
Yeah, the most fun aspect to me is like writing out a game design doc or writing out scripts. I've got lots of game ideas that I almost never get to implement. This is my second game jam, and I try independent projects, but I usually lose motivation very quickly. So it's very helpful to work in a team. That tends to keep me a lot more motivated.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Having teammates really helps.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Someone could
superpower.
just be like, hey, yeah, like you. So where's that thing I asked for 2 days ago? And I'm like, oh, I should work on that.
Yeah.
Accountability.
I refer to having teammates as a superpower. Just having people that are coming together to work on something with a cohesive vision. That's you know, humanity survives because we're cooperative creatures.
Yeah, it's also great to have like you know, have like, you know, this is your job. This is your job.
Perfect.
To have some pride in being like, oh, this is my position, and also other people can be like, I don't have to worry about that because someone else has got it.
Yeah.
So that's also very helpful.
For sure. Okay. I've been trying to crawl them a little bit. Yeah, so let's see. Let me think here. Do you have any like concept art or things that you scrapped?
I actually pretty much I didn't have time to not use concept art, honestly, or not use an iteration. So yeah, there's not really any unused concept art of pretty much 90% of anything I drew is in the game.
Awesome. Yeah, you just went directly at it.
Yeah.
There were a couple of ugly things I made that I didn't either didn't have time or didn't have the desire to fix. Like there were other background like things you would find in a car wash, but we didn't need it.
Ooh, I think you're gonna get a pretty good score on this one, actually.
Yeah, that was lucky. The RNG was quite generous with me. Okay, let's do it.
That was
Oh,
perfect.
almost.
Almost
Very
perfect
good.
score.
Yippee. Oh,
There you
that's pretty
go.
good.
See, it's pretty possible.
Yeah, best score I've seen so far.
Great. So yeah, yeah, I didn't want to take up too much of your time, so I think that's probably a good place to leave off.
Yeah.
Do you have any other funny stories, stuff that we wouldn't know unless you told us about it? Funny interactions that you had, internal files, coding patterns, bad habits, etc., etc.
Everything became a variable at the end. Just,
no.
I need this to happen. It's gotta be a variable. I don't care.
Exactly.
Name it something and use it.
Exactly. Yeah, when things go off the rails for me, it's always global. Just whatever.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Global.cutscene. Let's go. It's
Can't wait to relearn coding. It's gonna be great.
yeah. Well, jams are a great opportunity for that. Every single time I start one, it's almost like it's like you feel really powerful at first, and then you feel really stupid later.
It'll humble you.
For sure. Okay. Do you have any shoutouts you want to make?
Shoutouts.
I mean, I'll shout out the other car wash.
Yippee.
Car wash calamity.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I'll shout out our other two team members, SavestateCorrupted and Flavor Savior.
No, they're great.
Awesome.
I liked this team.
Yeah. Do you see yourself collaborating later? Also, yeah, Pitching Guy, the developer of
Me and once I still have personal stuff. Once my personal stuff dies down, me and Silenol will be talking about was it your big boy game?
Yeah, the big boy game.
Yeah. We
I'm
were talking
hoping
about
to-
getting like at least a proof of concept done for his big boy game.
Yeah. So
awesome.
I'm all yeah, and then I also have another project with another bunch of people who wanna get a big boy game, except they're all writers, all of them, and so it's just like, oh boy.
Well,
Learning to
hopefully
program is gonna be fun.
you don't butt heads on the creative decisions. Also, yes, Pigeon Guy here, the developer of Power of Blood Ball in the 25 Jam, is also the developer of Car Wash Calamity in this jam. Well, one of them, one of 5. So, yeah, we're out here. So yeah, if you have your big boy game and you have it like, in a passable state, here in the Boneyard server, we have volunteer tags. So if you need anybody for playtesting, if you need wish lists, in fact, there's the wishlist gang tag, so you can tag people to wishlist your things, no questions asked. Ideally, if they accept the call, and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a lot of community support for things with game development, and also discussions. And almost every day we have people on the voice call just discussing game development. So yeah, it's yeah, it's a good place to be for it.
sounds awesome, man.
So if I don't see you around here, then I hope to see you around Jam Space. But
Yeah.
yeah, don't be a stranger.
I need to join more jams when I have the time.
Mm.
And I need to learn.
Yeah. Thanks
It's just
for having
funny.
us.
Yeah, it's just funny because my big well we'll talk about it outside of the interview.
if you need another cook in the kitchen, I've got time too. But I understand.
I'll
if you don't.
definitely, yeah, I'll definitely for my big boy game I'll definitely like be calling you guys and maybe some other friends for like, hey, maybe not for the final stuff, but like for proof of concepts, help, please.
Yeah. I like to organize playtests for people's games when they start shaping up. So I literally start like an event on the weekend, and then we all just get together and do that, and then talk about it, and then some people take notes. I try to be a bit thorough, but my brain's pretty smooth sometimes, so sometimes I just leave it to the discussion. It's a valuable resource to have because, for instance, Fugueshot was a 25 BIGMODE game, and that developer has relied on our community for playtesters, as well as Blocks for Babies developer Attaboy for the 2023 BIGMODE entry that they're turning into a full release. So yeah, we try to be collaborative and community oriented.
Yeah, I will definitely be. Well, I'll definitely be heading onto this server or another server if I do get a game out at any point.
Hell yeah.
And I'll also tell my writers friends about this that might try to make the other big boy game. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah. So if I don't see you around here, then I hope I see you around the jam space. So I'll catch you all later.
Bye.
Yep. Take care. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yippee.